Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We have officially reached the postseason. We got the Tigers and Astros up first. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna watch the game. And we're gonna have some fun. Let's get this started. And how you doing, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. They are getting the game started here. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're going to be watching this together today. Thank you for joining me. And hey, what a fun season it's been. But we're finally here. It is postseason time. And hey, it's time for the wild card. Last year's wild card was absolutely insane. There was a lot of fun last year with that wild card round, and I'm expecting another fun one here. Everyone, welcome to today's stream. I'm going to try out watching some games here for this postseason. I'm not going to go live for every single game. I mean, my goodness, I don't think I have the capacity in my brain to be able to do that. I don't think I would be able to sit here. I did sit here for 8 hours for the trade deadline. That almost wrecked my brain for, I think, at least 3 days. But we're going to go live for some postseason games. And here we go. Everyone, while I'm getting this set up here, if you can, just hit that like button for me. Let's get as many likes as we can for this stream today. And here we go. Matt Vierling stepping up here. And everyone, I am not going to be showing the game. The title clearly says live play-by-play and reaction. I am not allowed to show the game on here. I will get wrecked with copyright claims. I'll probably get copyright strikes. I cannot do that. But here we go, everyone. First pitch about to be underway. We got Framber Valdez going up against Tarik Skubal today. And there's the first pitch, called for strike one. How we doing, everyone? Welcome, welcome. Got right around 100 people here to start things off. Again, we're just going to be hanging out here. We'll be looking in the chat. We'll be seeing what all you guys got to say. Purely Baseball is here. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? Hello, hello. Caden, what's going on, man? MVP, Friendly Neighborhood Gentile. How you doing? And there's the first out. And the Astros off to a good start. Now, the Astros have been to 7 straight American League Championship Series. That is absolutely bonkers. Listen, I'm calling for an Astros upset. If you didn't see my predictions, go check them out. They're all going to be wrong. And, hey, listen, we got to figure out at some point when the Astros are going to go down. I got them going down in this series. If there's one man that can do the job, it's their old manager. I mean, my goodness. I mean, how many teams have tried over the years when it comes to these first rounds? And many teams have failed over the last 7 years. Can the Tigers be the one to do it? Listen, if there is a man that can do it, A.J. Hinch, he knows a few of those guys in that lineup. He knows some of those guys on the pitching staff. I'm just saying. If there's one man that can do it, it's A.J. Hinch. We'll see. We'll see. But we do have a good pitching matchup here today. Framber Valdez, Tarik Skubal. I mean, Framber Valdez has been absolutely fantastic in the second half. He was pretty bumpy in the first half, but my goodness, he has really turned it on down the stretch here. Unfortunately, he has to go up against the probable Cy Young winner in the American League this year. I'm just saying. What do we got? Kai's PCs. What do you think about Farhan getting fired? Listen, man. You know, hey, he's made a lot of moves over the years. Unfortunately, just hasn't really worked out for the Giants. They haven't been able to land the big fish. I think in the end, you know, they probably needed to go a different route. He's had a hard time convincing guys to be able to go there. You know, I'm just saying. I think Buster Posey, sure, no executive experience, but at the end of the day, Buster Posey, he's a high IQ guy. I mean, if there's someone that could step in there that knows that organization and is obviously one of the best catchers of all time, I think Buster Posey is definitely a solid guy for the job. Roaming Phantom, are you going to be doing play-by-play for all of the games? I will not be doing that. Listen, I would love to do that, but at the end of the day, my poor hips and back and my brain, I don't think can handle being able to do every single game. Once we start getting deeper into the postseason, I definitely will be able to focus more on the individual games. But right now, we just have so many. I mean, you got, obviously American League wild card, National League wild card. It's just too many games going on. If I did every single game here today, I'd be here from now until 10 o'clock at night. I'm just saying. So 3-0 green light. How we doing, my friend? How you doing? Funny how the highest scoring offense, Diamondbacks, and the best pitching staff, Mariners, didn't make the playoffs. It's pretty funny, right? Pretty funny. Did anyone see the Jordan Montgomery comments today from the Diamondbacks owner? My goodness. That guy went to town on Jordan Montgomery. I can't remember a time an owner has come out and said how bad a signing was. And a guy that has a player option. There's a ground ball to the right side, on to second, on to first, double play. And the Astros off to yet another fantastic start in the postseason. Framber Valdez getting the job done. But yeah, absolutely insane comments today from the Diamondbacks owner. I don't know the podcast or radio station he went on. It was one of them in Arizona, I believe. I could be wrong. But yeah, he basically came out and said he regrets the signing. It was a mistake of a signing. It was a terrible signing. It was basically a waste of money. I mean, they gave this guy $25 million, ERA above a 6. He's absolutely not wrong in saying that. But my goodness, I have never seen an owner come out and say anything like that. And with Montgomery, with the player option, I mean, Montgomery is going, in my opinion, Montgomery is going to have to be a big boy, and he's going to have to get into some better shape this offseason, and he's going to have to show up. I mean, there's no way he turns down that player option unless he really gets bothered by those comments. But if he goes out into the open market, I don't know, man. I mean, he would have to take probably a 1-year deal at a very cheap salary. He'd be losing money. I think he's going to have to suck it up, and he's going to have to get over those comments, or he's going to have to use those comments as some fuel this offseason to get himself in a better shape. I mean, let's be honest here. Jordan Montgomery, man, he definitely came to camp overweight. I mean, listen, he's a big guy, but he definitely put on a little bit. This guy won a World Series, with the Texas Rangers. He probably, but still, it's not a great look when you show up to camp. You're pretty overweight. It seemed like he maybe was even possibly putting on some more weight during the season, but he just wasn't in good shape. So I hope he uses those comments as some good motivation to come into next year, show up to spring training early, and just have a good season next year. I think that's the best thing to me. If he gets bothered by those well, he probably will get bothered by those comments, but to the point where you're going to give up however much money that, what is it, $25 million for next year? I'm just saying. Those are just crazy comments. Kai13, why did I not stream yesterday? So I had the live set up. There's a fly ball out to left, and Tarik Skubal gets the first out. Altuve, pretty aggressive here to start things off. But yeah, I didn't go live yesterday. I was about to, and then my computer all of a sudden needed to do some updates. It was already getting kind of late, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, yeah, sure, the West Coast people, they'll come out, they'll watch, but at the end of the day, it was getting late. School night, people got to work in the next morning on the East Coast. It was almost 11 o'clock at night, so I figured, I might as well, instead of doing the predictions on a live stream, I just woke up early today, and I just did them this morning. So, but yeah. Andrew Ford, are you streaming the Braves game? I would like to come back possibly tonight. After this game here today, I'm going to go get some things done, probably get to the gym real quick, and if I get back in time, we should be good to go. We'll see. But yeah, I would like to stream as many games as possible. I think that'd be pretty fun. What else we got here? Friendly neighborhood Gentile, Robbie. We can enjoy stress-free baseball now that both our teams are out, the Mariners and the Red Sox, and just root against our rivals. Listen, I'm getting myself ready for the Red Sox to get back to the postseason next year. I'm excited for this offseason, man. I'm really looking forward to see what the Red Sox can do here. Yordan Alvarez, he's up here. There's a ground ball to the right side, on to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Tarik Skubal, looking like his dominant self as usual. Yeah, very excited for the Red Sox this coming off season. Looking to see them make a good amount of moves. I think Red Sox fans are going to enjoy this offseason. So far, they're saying all the right things. Alex Cora, Craig Breslow, they're coming out saying, hey, Red Sox fans, you've been patient. Thank you for being patient. But we need to start making some moves to get us towards some winning. Let's see. Talk is cheap at the end of the day. I want to see some action. We will see, but they are saying the right things so far. Kai 13, thoughts on the O's and the Royals? I think that could be a very fun series. Listen, I'm going to say this right now, ladies and gentlemen. I really do think the Royals don't go lightly on the Orioles, or the Royals, sorry. They sound so similar. Royals, Orioles. I really do think the Royals, because of the starting pitching they have. Listen, starting pitching is so big. If you were to do a weighted percentage, starting pitching gets a heavy percentage in the postseason. When you got a good 1-2 punch like Reagans and Lugo, I'm just saying, man. I think good things can happen for the Royals if they can execute. Now, the one thing is, now Seth Lugo tends to induce more ground balls. The Orioles are more of a fly ball team. I mean, they have one of the highest fly ball percentages in Major League Baseball this year. So if they can get the Orioles to put the ball onto the ground, combined with that amazing infield defense for the Royals, I think the Royals, man, they could surprise some people. I really think, even though the Royals do have a weaker offense, they do well with runners in scoring position. And if Pasquantino can come in or can come back, and I mean, it's going to be tough. There's probably going to be some rust there. He's missed over a month. But if he can come back in and, start or just get back to what he was doing prior, I think this Royals team could score enough runs. It's going to be difficult. They don't have a lot of bats in that lineup outside of Bobby Witt, Salvador Perez, Pasquantino, if he is good to go. You got Massey there, but the offense really lacks. I just really like the starting pitching. I like the bullpen with the Royals. I think there is a chance they could maybe pull off an upset of the Orioles. I did pick the Orioles out of the American League. That was my preseason pick, and I stuck with it for my predictions. I did switch up my preseason pick from the Braves coming in, and I decided to go with the Phillies in the National League. We'll see. King, how you doing, man? Rangers 2025. Listen, I expect the Rangers to be kind of back to, let's see. I don't know about the offseason when it comes to spending some money. They got a little bit of money coming off the books, but I'm still not sure what's going on with the whole TV revenue thing. Is that still going to be an issue for this coming offseason? But, hey, you got some younger guys, right? Evan Carter. Let's hope for a full season of health. There's a pop-up center field. Wenzel Perez under it, unfortunately. And Jake Myers makes the catch. Pretty tidy game here so far into the second inning. But Rangers, hey, they got some younger guys. You got Jack Leiter, Kumar Rocker. Pretty excited to see what those guys can do. Jack Leiter, let's see if he can start getting towards, what people thought he could be. Kumar Rocker, he showed some good flashes, in a very small sample size after coming up. But Evan Carter, he's going to have to come back. Hopefully the back is good to go, and he has himself a good season. Hey, Wyatt Langford, looking to see what he can do in year two. He looks very good down the stretch. We'll see. Mo Hacker, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? How we doing? Oh, base hit there. All right. Here comes Torkelson. Oh, sorry. Did I say Winfield Perez got the pop up? I apologize. That was not Winfield Perez. It was Ibanez that got the pop up. The Torkelson here, he looked a lot better after coming back up from the minor leagues. Man, Torkelson was so bad in the first few months, and he had to get sent back down. Man, oh man. But he's looked a lot better. Overall, his season was terrible, but in the last, month or so, couple of months, he looked a little better. Mohacker, in this series, I am going for a Tigers upset, my friend. Tigers upset here. Lots of people going the Astros. Man, Astros fans got salty with me over my predictions. They got very salty. Man, if you don't pick the Astros to win it, you're going to hear it from them. My goodness. Man, oh man. Chris Tiger, how you doing? Mets, Astros, Orioles, Padres are my wild card picks. I think I went with the Brewers, and I went with the Tigers instead. Orioles, Padres, I have them advancing. The Mets could be fun, man. That's a tough Brewers team. I think that's actually a very interesting series here in the wild card round. Very interesting. Those teams are pretty even when you look at them. Now, if the Brewers had Yelich, man, that'd be tough. But no Yelich, so I think you might give the advantage to the Mets a little bit when it comes to the offense. We'll see. How we doing? Rooting for the Tigers. Astros have had their turn and then some. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. They've definitely been on top for a while now. Andrew Ford, Braves don't have Sale. That's a big loss. Big loss. When did this happen? You didn't hear anything about Sale. Sale has been extremely durable this year, and all of a sudden the back spasms came out of nowhere. That is brutal timing. Brutal timing. Framber Valdez running into a little bit of issues here. A couple of issues here. There's the walk. Spencer Torkelson. Torkelson showing good patience at the plate here. But Framber in the postseason, man, you got to remember how good Framber Valdez is when it comes to the playoffs. He's so good in the postseason. Even though the Tigers got Skubal, the Tigers are going to have to figure out how to get some runs across the board. There's a ground ball to the right side. Altuve's got it. On to second, on to first. Oh, he beats it out. This is what the Tigers are going to have to do. Listen, everyone, I talked about this when it came to the Tigers and how they turned things around. I did a video on it about a week ago, and one thing I mentioned was the base running. The Tigers got a little bit of speed. That's something they've been pretty solid at all year. They moved from base to base pretty well. They can beat out these grounders. They got a little speed. And stuff like that is what is going to help them, get by this Astros team. They're going to have to scratch and claw for every run, but it's those little things that count. Beating out the throws. Caden, do you think the Astros can upset the Tigers? I see what you did there. Man, oh man. Valdez throwing a few curveballs here. Love that Jake Rogers mustache, man. Man, oh man, what a stash. If this guy can just lift one into the seats, that would be massive. Also, can we get this Astros crowd to start making some noise? Come on here. Let's go. Get behind Framber a little bit. he looked pretty sharp in that first inning. He's not looking very good here. He's losing his command a little bit. Oh, he rips it up the middle, and it gets by him. There's a base hit, and the Tigers have scored first. 1-0 Detroit. And it's those little things, beating out the throws, keeping the inning alive, and there you go. Base hit. That's how the Tigers are going to win ball games, ladies and gentlemen. Good effort there. Good effort at short. Here we go. Trey Sweeney coming up. Trey Sweeney has been a great pickup for the Astros. It's crazy because everyone thought the Tigers were selling when they traded Flaherty, but they ended up getting a great piece back in Trey Sweeney. Once again, Valdez missing the strike zone. The command is not there this inning for Framber Valdez. Trey Sweeney has been a solid pickup for them. He has cooled off as of late, but he did get off to a great start when he first got to Detroit. Framber Valdez comes set. Here's the pitch, and he rips it up the middle. There's another base hit. He rounds third, and the Tigers are up 2-0. And there you go. That was a base hit up the middle. He did not slow down rounding third base. That's good base running, ladies and gentlemen. He did hit that one pretty hard, but the Tigers, they were ready to go, and he got home safely. That's good base running right there, right? Look how hard he hit that back up the middle. It got to the center fielder pretty quick, and he was very aggressive around third base. It's those little things that the Tigers have done so well in the second half. And the Tigers are up 2-0. Caden Litchford, what do you think about the Dodgers in an Orioles World Series? That was my pick last year. I jumped the gun on the Orioles a little bit. I got a little too Orioles happy. And I thought to myself last year, I'm like, is it too soon to pick the Orioles? Even though they won 100 games, I was kind of thinking to myself, I don't know, are they fully there yet? I thought, you know what, maybe they could ride Bradish, but in the end, it was just too soon. But the Orioles, I think, are better equipped to make a run for it. I wish they had Grayson Rodriguez, man. I really do. Sonny the Beast, how you doing? Go Tigers, get them boys. We need this Tigers to make our city proud. Gotta love what the Tigers have been doing, man. They're hot. They've been hot for a while. Everyone, if you can, we have over 200 people in this chat. We only got 35 likes. Come on, everybody. You got to help us out here. Come on, we should be at least 100 likes right now. I'm just saying. And Vierling back up for the second time. Matt Vierling, man, this is a guy that I picked a couple of years ago to be a breakout player, and he's shown some good things this year. Pretty solid year for Vierling. Valdez trying to get out of it. Another base hit up the middle, and the Tigers have scored again. It is 3-0. And the Tigers have jumped all over Framber Valdez here in the second inning. My goodness. Man, oh man. Listen, I know it's early, but you got a 3-0 lead. You got Tarik Skubal. Life's pretty good right now. The Tigers, man, they're jumping all over Valdez here. They're taking advantage. He's lost his command. And he's just leaving balls right over the plate. Kenton, are you at least happy with the Red Sox performing better than people thought we would? Absolutely. I had people yelling at me all over X and, streams last year. And I'm like, listen, the Red Sox are going to be better this year. There are people on X literally like just saying the most ridiculous stuff to me. I didn't think the Red Sox were going to be a postseason team, but I thought they were going to be pretty good. And I think I projected them. I think I thought maybe around like 84 wins or so. And Valdez with the strikeout, he gets out of it, but the Tigers have come alive here, ladies and gentlemen. 40 pitches. I see you in the chat. 40 pitches for Valdez, man. It's a tough inning for him. Skubal, this is his time to shine here. This is his time to shine. But yeah, I thought the Red Sox were a team that absolutely, we're going to be pretty good this year, better than what people were saying. I saw people all over Twitter just saying like they're not even going to win 70 games. I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, what is going on? And man, oh man. Scott Stein, what are your thoughts on St. Louis not canning Mozeliak and Marmol? Marmol, I'm not surprised about. So what is that situation? So what is happening with that? I thought Bloom was named the guy. Oh, he's taking over in 2026. Interesting. Interesting. 5-year contract beginning next year. It almost feels like Bloom is he's like a paid intern. You know what I mean? Like he's like on the job training. That's kind of the way I see it. Maybe they want I think Bloom he really looks back on his experience with the Red Sox. He really just got thrown into the fire there. And he's been more of an advisor this year. I'm not sure what the role has been, how much he's been involved. But my guess is the Tigers, they really just want to give him as much of a chance to succeed. Instead of just throwing him into it, they're probably going to have him focusing a lot on the day-to-day operations there. I think the Cardinals, they seem to be going through a lot of change right now. It looks like they're going with, they're probably going to be going with a lot of different guys within that organization. So, in the end, I think from a logistical point of view, I think it's fine to ease Bloom, into things. I think the Cardinals, they're a team that they don't want to go out there and have to spend money. This is why we're seeing already that they're looking to put Sonny Gray on the trade block. They're trying to get rid of that contract. So I'm not expecting the Cardinals to be big players in free agency. Oh, man, Skubal making Bregman just look ridiculous. 97-mile-an-hour fastball up above the zone. Bregman just swinging right through it. But yeah, I think the Cardinals, this is going to be an interesting year. I don't know what the Cardinals are going to be. I honestly wonder. I don't think they're going to do all that much. There's a ground ball to the right side. Torkelson's got it on to first, and Bregman is out. Chess Red Eagle, Tigers knocking out the Astros would be the funniest thing. Listen, I'm calling for it. I put myself on the line, and I said, listen, you got Skubal game 1. If they can just get a few runs across the board, Skubal, if you can pitch a gem here today, and Skubal's been dynamite as of late. He's been great. What do we got here? Berto Song Gaming. Hey there, Robbie. Love the content. Keep it up. And now I want to face Detroit. Hey, man. Appreciate you, my friend. Skubal got it. Wow. Quick reaction from Skubal there. Goodness gracious. It knocked his glove off. Hopefully he's good to go. Oh, man. Looks like they're going to come out and check on him. Oh, no. I think he's going to end up being all right. Probably just got stung a little bit. Yeah, it looked like it hit right on the base of his hand. That's probably going to swell up a little bit. Luckily, it was not his pitching hand. I think he's going to be all right. He's probably gonna need some ice on that thing. That came back hard at him, man. Oof. It looked like, did it hit his wrist? It looked like it hit the base of his hand. Man, oh man. Sonny the Beast says, just rub a little dirt on it. Them boys need to keep going. I hope we end up seeing a picture of Skubal's hand just completely swollen after pitching an absolute gem. That's the stuff of legends right there. I'm just saying. But good thing Skubal's okay. Luckily, that was not his pitching hand. Good grief. Could you imagine that? Scott Stein, thoughts on Pete Rose passing away? I mean, Pete Rose was such a good player, man. Such a good player. And yeah, say what you will. Say what you will about, all the, everything with the gambling and whatnot. People have thoughts about him, with his personal life, off the field, but for me, when I look at the baseball player, that was a player, when you saw how hard he played and the hustle, that's something that people should take after, right? So, rest in peace, Pete Rose, man. I saw some people out there saying just some really silly things, man. Like, oh, what a great day, Pete Rose. Pete Rose passed away. What a great day. It's like, what kind of lame comments are those, man? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, come on. Good grief. Ronaldo Meza. Who's signing Roki? Is he even going to be coming over to the Major League Baseball? Are they going to post him? I don't know what's going on. What do we got here? Leak, 15 pitches, just dominating through the first two. Skubal's in the zone, man. Skubal's in the zone. That was my Cy Young pick coming into the year. Sonny the Beast. I've been watching a lot of interviews on Hall of Famers in MLB, and they're all characters in their own right. Pete still had a lot of energy. He did. Pete had a lot of energy, man. Yeah, Moss, he's a Hall of Famer no matter your opinion. I think he should be. I mean, I know they have a character thing, right, that goes into it. Yeah, he was betting on the game of baseball. Just saying. Yeah, as the play, he's the hit king. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? Scott Stein, I've also heard the Cardinals are also looking to unload Arenado, Contreras, and Helsley. Arenado is going to be tough to deal. That contract is massive. He's coming off a bad year. Maybe you could see Contreras somehow, some way pop up. We'll see. Helsley, I wouldn't be surprised if he got moved. What do we got here? Yeah, neighbors prod, man. When I was seeing people saying, like, oh, it's a good day, Pete Rose, passed away. It's like, how immature do you have to be? It's such an immature comment. It's just really lame for people to say stuff like that. I don't know. That's just me. Sonny the Beast, for an 83-year-old dude, yeah, he was still with it. I was like, wow, dude is with it. And to see them bash on the gambling when now they do it legally is kind of hypocritical. It is funny how times have changed, right? The difference is he was betting on the game, right? So yeah, either way, it was not good what he did, but I think the way he played the game, just played all out. That's baseball to me, man. So Kai 13, Dodgers 4, Ohtani Betts Freeman, Hernandez Padres 4, Arias Tatis Profar Machado. Those are going to be, if they end up meeting up in the division round, that's going to be a good matchup. Riley Green, ground ball back to Valdez. And, hey, good for Valdez, man. He got himself a quick out there. Got himself a quick out. Tigers trying to be aggressive here on Valdez. Oh, man. Hey, this game's moving pretty quick here. That's the one thing. We did some watch-alongs a couple of years ago. And I remember that was before the pitch clock. And we were sitting here for some games more than 4 hours. And I'm like, man, this is rough. Oh, he rips it to right. There's a base hit. He's going to go for more. That's into the corner. He rounds first. He's going to second, and he's got himself a double. Andy Ibanez, who had a tough second half, gets on here into scoring position. Framber Valdez looked like, okay, all right, he got a quick out there, but the Tigers are trying to jump all over him. And I think the Tigers, they're taking the right approach here. They're swinging early. They know he doesn't have his command. He's looking to throw strikes, and anything he gets over the plate right now, they're just swinging. Valdez having a very tough time right now. Sports and Wrestling Connection, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? Berto-san Gaming, am I surprised Justin Verlander was left off of the roster? No, I am not. He was just not ready. He'll be better for a longer series. I think for the wild card, nah, there's no reason to put him on. They have way better options. There's a ground ball up the middle. Altuve's got it on to first. There's the second out. Ibanez moves over to third. Sonny the Beast, Tigers seem to move pretty quick in my opinion, or am I crazy? It's like they're on fast forward. They got guys that move well. The Tigers are an underrated team on the base paths. I think they ranked 11th or 10th in base running on the year. Caden, who should the Orioles get in the offseason? I mean, I think you got to do what you can to bring back Corbin Burnes. Honestly. I think that's the number one target, I think. I think Corbin Burnes, he definitely could end up staying, right? The Orioles got a lot of payroll flexibility. Not a whole lot of money on the books. I think if you wanted to invest in a guy, they don't have a lot of pitching within the organization. I think it makes a lot of sense for the Orioles to give him like an 8-year $260. And yeah, win-win, new ownership as well. That's yes, new ownership of the Orioles. They're going to look to maybe spend a few bucks, right? I'm not sure. Who knows if they're going to go all out in free agency. But I think bringing back Burnes makes sense. Oh, Pena making a nice play there. Looked like it maybe could have been a blooper. But Valdez gets out of it. Boom to your doom. $5 super chat. Who could the Brewers sign to replace Adames? Or do you think they look internally? Yeah, they're going to look internally, right? I mean, you got Ortiz there. I would imagine you could go with him there. You got Terang that can go there. They'll stick with it internally. The Brewers, yeah, they're not going to be spending big bucks. You know, if they do go out there, you know, it'd be like a cheaper guy. But I think they end up sticking there internally. I think Joey Ortiz, that's probably the guy there. They got some third basemen that are going to be coming up. So I think they stick internally. Adames is, I think, a very underrated free agent. I'm excited to see where he could go. I know the Braves have signed a lot of guys to extensions and whatnot. If they were to go splurge, I think that could be a pretty good fit. I think the Blue Jays could make some sense. I know they got Bichette for another year, but I think if they wanted to go with a long-term option, I know they got some infielders in that organization. I think the Blue Jays could be a pretty good fit for Adames there. Even, maybe even the Padres, right? You got Ha-Seong Kim. I believe Kim does he have a mutual option? But I think I saw that Kim might be needing surgery on his shoulder. So that's going to be interesting. Neighbors Prod, what position do you think the Astros could target this offseason? First base seems to be probably the glaring area. I think they'll be in on someone like a Pete Alonso. I think that could make some sense there. I could see someone like a Christian Walker. I could see them maybe leaning towards Christian Walker over a Pete Alonso if they were to go that route. I think Walker, he's going to come cheaper than Alonso. And the Astros, you don't really ever see them go out there. Minus Hader last year, you don't really ever see them go out there and just spend huge money. I'd even be surprised, well, I wouldn't be surprised, but I wonder if they even go after someone like a Christian Walker. So, man, we got postseason stuff right now, and you guys are already dialed in to the offseason. I love it. Here we go. Tarik Skubal back on the mound. We got Caratini up. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but I think Skubal is going to be riding here. I mean, he looks locked in already. How many pitches has this guy thrown? What is it, 16? Is that 16 on the screen? I mean, goodness gracious. He is just cruising through the first couple of innings. Minus getting, the comebacker that hit him on the glove hand. He's throwing 17 pitches. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Caratini lifts it to left, and there's a base hit. Andrew Ford does Adames to Atlanta. Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, if they want to spend the money, I just know they got a lot of long-term deals on that payroll. So, I don't know. I don't know how far the Braves would be willing to go there. But Adames is going to get himself a good contract. I think he's going to end up getting around, I don't know if he gets the same length as the Bogarts deal, but I could see Adames getting something in that 250 range. Listen, he's going to get some good money. Win-win. I'm pretty sure in the last 2 months, Skubal has had about 3 or 4 comebackers hit him on the exact spot in his right hand. Interesting. I saw the other day, Major League Baseball, they said they're going to be going back to the normal jerseys for the All-Star game. Thank goodness Major League Baseball is making that move. But I want to know, are they going to be going back to the way the names on the jerseys looked? I still look at the names on these jerseys is anyone else like that? I still can't get used to the names on the jerseys. They're so small. I'm just, my goodness, can they please go back to the old way? But here we go. Dubon is up. There's a ground ball to short. Fields it onto second. Double play. No, he is safe at first. Fielder's choice there. Peen Muncher. Does Garrett Crochet get traded? Yeah, Garrett Crochet is going to end up getting moved. Just beat that out. Here we go, Jake Myers. Very good defensively this year, Jake Myers. Not a whole lot with the bat. Leak, who do you think makes sense for a Nico Horner trade? What type of return? Could you see the Mariners maybe make a move there? I think they make a lot of sense for someone like him, a guy that makes a lot of contact, has some speed. I think that would bring a nice dynamic to the Mariners. Sonny the Beast. I wish the jerseys had some pizzazz on the names on the back, make it pop. I love the older colors, more vibrant, stick out. I like the baby blue jerseys. Yeah, to me, I'll say it again. It's the names. I see what you're saying too. I agree, but goodness gracious, they got to fix the names. I never got used to it this year. It's just such an eyesore. It was kind of when we first saw how the names looked, I thought, okay, maybe everyone's just reacting, and after a little while, you'll get used to it, and you're not even going to notice it. I still notice it. Nicolette Koch. Tigers taking game 1 for sure. Well, so far, so good. Jonathan B., how about Paredes to the Astros? If they don't bring back Bregman, I don't think the Cubs are his scenery because he's a pull hitter. I'd be surprised if they ended up trading him again so soon, And there's a strikeout there from Skubal. Man, oh man. Skubal looking good. Gave up the base hit there to Caratini, but got the weak contact to short. Gets the strikeout there. Skubal, a couple of strikeouts already. Altuve's back up here. Back to the top of the order for the Astros. Let's see. Second time through. Maybe they can get something going here. That is true. Peen Muncher 69. The fact that people are talking about the offseason during the playoffs is so funny. Don't worry, guys. We'll have a lot of time to discuss the offseason. Listen, everyone is very, on this channel, people love the offseason. I'm telling you. I think most of the audience on this channel, most of the community, they're dialed in for the offseason and the trade rumors and the deadline. That's the big thing here. I remember when I first started getting some growth and, we were in the off season and, everything was going great. We were getting a lot of viewers on the streams, videos were doing pretty well view wise and whatnot. And I'm like, all right, we're going to go into the season and we're all going to have a great time. And man, it's just going to be great. And I started doing some in-streams. I started doing some like morning streams to talk about the games prior. And I was getting like 50 people tops. There's a fly ball out to left. Oh, it drops in. Another blooper. And the Astros are trying to cook something here. Altuve gets on. At this point, this might be what you got to do against Skubal. Try and just get any bit of contact you can on this guy. Even if it's weak, just try to put the ball in play. But yeah, I still remember, off-season, streams. I remember it was like last year, we were getting, consistently like 500 to 1,000 people in streams. And then we go into the season and I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm going to do some morning streams. We'll talk about the night prior. I had like 50 people in those streams. I'm like, what the heck happened? I thought you guys liked baseball. I think most people, they like the offseason and the rumors. Pretty funny how that works out. Here we go. Kyle Tucker's up. Kyle Tucker rips it. Left field. He's under it. And Skubal gets out of the little jam there. Nothing cooking against Skubal. Southern time. So good to see the Astros losing. Listen, you can never count out the Astros. You can never count them out. Stacey Mason, we're just hanging out. Stacey Mason, I don't know what to tell you. Call the game and shut up. Well, that's not very nice. Come on. You can't. That's not nice. League Dodgers being eliminated in the National League Division Series. I don't see the Braves beating the Padres, and the Padres are deeper than the Dodgers. The Padres, they're good. Oh, man, I had a tough time with I ended up picking the Padres over the Braves. That Padres-Dodgers series, though, if that's what it ends up being, that's tough. It's tough. I know you're going to see a lot of, Dodger fans, Padres fans going at it. That's a tough series. That's a hard one to pick. The Padres, I believe, if those two teams end up coming together, I think the Padres have the edge with the starting pitching. Even though they will use some of that starting pitching in the wild card round, they're deep enough to still be competitive against that Dodgers team. I do like the Dodgers' depth of the bullpen. I like the Padres' back end of the bullpen. I do think the Dodgers have more arms in that bullpen, more quality arms that they can turn to. But if the Padres can ride that starting pitching and get the ball to Adam and Scott, and if Suarez has himself right, I think the Padres will be okay. Both lineups are very deep. Man, that's a tough matchup. Tough matchup. But here we go. Valdez back out. He's already at 53 pitches through 3 innings. Parker Meadows coming up. Tigers are looking very comfortable here. Skubal is working his magic here today so far. But let's see. Valdez, he looked a little better that last inning. It looks like he doesn't have the feel today. He's just missing. It looks like he's trying to nip the strike zone. Just seems like one of those days for Valdez. He just doesn't seem fully dialed in. I'm not saying that just because of the bad inning he had. Even in the good innings that he's had here in the early going. He looks like he's just pitching right around the strike zone. Feels like he's having a hard time just confidently throwing strikes. I don't know if something's off mechanically there. A lot of curveballs so far for Valdez. I mean, you got to love the curveball with Valdez. He is definitely leaning on that pitch today. And actually, one thing I want to check real quick. Let's see here. One thing I want to do, let me pull this up real quick. Let me go to the StatCast. And we can actually pull up here, because they'll give you a breakdown of everything going on here. So let's see so far. So Valdez, so Skubal so far, he's leaned heavily on the fastball changeup. Not a whole lot of sinkers and sliders so far. With Valdez, he's gone heavy sinker and curveball. The sinker, it feels like he's just nipping the strike zone. Like he's just pitching around it. I think the Tigers, they're not really biting at it. And Parker Meadows, there's a base hit. But I think the Tigers, they noticed early on he's having a hard time throwing strikes. And anything that's in the zone, they're just swinging at it. Matthew Gilliam, as a Yankees fan, go Tigers, F the Astros. Yeah, Jonathan B., Framber Valdez is a guy, he pounds the strike zone. I don't know. Something might be off. Maybe the release point is off with him today. He's just not fully feeling it. Oh, there's a fly ball out to left. Not going anywhere, though. He's under it. And there's the first out. Yeah, you see what the Tigers tried doing? They tried doing the hit and run there. Again, sorry to bring up the base running again, but that's what the Tigers do. They're aggressive on the base paths. Hey, CT Cards, thank you, my friend, for joining. I appreciate you. Mound visit right now. Maybe they're giving Valdez a little bit of a break. Matthew Gilliam, Skubal is the AL Cy Young for a reason. Only 33 pitches right now. Skubal's the man. He's looking great. Leak, I can see the Mets and the Braves being swept due to the doubleheader yesterday. Could you imagine? The Brewers are going to be a tough matchup for them. It's going to be tough. Here we go. Trey Sweeney up. How tall is Trey Sweeney? This guy's, he looks massive. Goodness gracious. How tall is he? Yeah, Sweeney, he definitely had some clutch moments after going to the Tigers or after getting called up. Valdez once again missing with the sinker. He cannot throw that pitch for strikes today. I think that's the big difference so far with Valdez. Just the lack of command, the lack of being able to throw strikes. That's when he's dialed in, when he is just obliterating that strike zone and he's just twirling the curveball. He's almost just impossible to hit. But I think the lack of command is doing him in today. It's crazy to think, getting back to the trade deadline, that Skubal, big swing and a miss there. There's that curveball. Great curveball. He just needs to start pounding the strike zone with that sinker. If he can find the strike zone, then he's going to be good. But isn't it crazy to think that at the deadline, Skubal was just, we all thought he was going to get moved, or there was a good chance he would get moved. There's another curveball there. He steals second. Parker Meadows is in. There's that aggressive base running again. Jonathan B., genuinely hope the Tigers spend a lot this offseason and win now. They got a lot of payroll flexibility. They absolutely can go out there and make moves. They should. They should go out there and spend money. Go get a guy. Man, Tigers fans, the way everything is going so far here, I mean, you got to be feeling great. Here we go. Matt Vierling had a base hit his last time up. Drove in that run. Oh, he got the call there. That looked a little low. Also, everyone, just letting you know on this one, my TV tends to be a little behind most of you in the chat. I've noticed that about past streams whenever we watch a game. So I might be a little behind all of you. That registered as a changeup, but it came in at 92 miles an hour. Goodness gracious. I mean, was that a changeup? He's leaned so heavily on that curveball today. I think that's the only thing right now that's keeping Valdez in this game. Matthew Gilliam, I could see the Tigers or the Yankees getting Bregman. I think the Tigers, you know, they could be a fit possibly for Bregman. Maybe. There's a good sinker. That is the good Framber Valdez sinker that he just attacks the strike zone with. That when he's throwing it like that, he is almost impossible to hit. That was a perfect one. Yeah, Jonathan B. Bregman won't be a Yankee. I don't think they're going to go get Bregman. Their main concern is Soto. I don't think they're going to do that. There's a ground ball. Pena's got it onto first. And Valdez is out of it, stranding the runner on second. But here comes Tarik Skubal back on the mound. But here we go. So let's take a look here again. Framber Valdez here. He's got 27 sinkers, 26 curveballs. He's really attacking the righties with the sinker. He's trying to go, he's basically staying out of the strike zone. In curveball, he is just going heavy on the righties right now. Yeah, Skubal right now, he is, he's at 33 pitches. I mean, at this point, I don't know. They started getting a little bit more contact off of him the last inning. But at this rate, I mean, the fact that he's still inducing that weak contact, I mean, I don't know. I could see Skubal here, you know, knock on wood, but, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes a long way in this game today. We'll see. All right, who is due up to start things off? Got Yordan Alvarez, Bregman, and Diaz. So, like we were saying earlier, with Valdez, on what he's doing with the righties and the lefties, when it comes to Skubal here, I mean, like I said, he isn't really throwing that many pitches. There's not really much to work off of here. But so far, he went with against the lefties. That's what he was throwing. He was throwing the sinker mostly against lefties so far, along with a couple of fastballs. So let's see how he attacks Alvarez here. Coming into the series, listen, I was a little worried about Alvarez. He's been dealing with the knee. He had surgery on that knee a couple of years ago. I mean, when you're a big guy like that and you're having an issue with the knee, I don't know. But losing, now they didn't lose Alvarez, but when he's not at full strength, that hurts. Skubal back on the mound here. Here we go. I mean, no matter what with Alvarez, no matter what's going on with the knee, he's still a dangerous bat no matter what. So, Skubal, he needs to just go after this guy. Oof. Nasty slider. That thing broke so late. Do you see how much that slider just moved? Good grief. Goodness gracious. Like, the release point looked like it was behind Alvarez there. And then it went all the way on the outside. See, there we go. There's Alvarez, right? Even if the knee is an issue, he can still put the bat in the ball. He can still do some things. Man, that was a nasty slider. I can't get over how much that moved. But he left that a little too over the plate. A little too over the plate. Leak. If Valdez can pitch into the 7th, this could still be good for the Astros as the talent drops off after Skubal, and having a fresh bullpen for games 2 and 3 will be the way. Yeah, I mean, they definitely want to lean on Valdez here as much as possible. The back end of the Astros bullpen, that's solid, right? But you want to try and get as many innings as you can with Valdez. I wouldn't want to go, middle relief of the Astros. But luckily, they got a ton of starters. We got 300 people watching. How are we doing, everyone? Are there any other channels out there that are live watching the game? I think I saw Jared Carabas and the Baseball is Dead crew. I think they were live. Are there any other guys live out there? Here we go. Bregman and Skubal. Bregman trying to make something happen. Alvarez on first. This is on the inside. Wow, they're going with Smith-Shawver for game 1 on the Braves. Man, oh man. Skubal missing the strike zone here a little bit. Misses on the outside. Bregman trying to be patient. Here we go. Full count here. Alvarez on first. Bregman full count. Oof. Nice changeup there from Skubal. Jonathan B. says, good matchup. Yep. Bregman, when you look at the numbers, they're not the numbers that he had in 2019, but no matter what, man, Bregman, he's going to give you a very good at-bat. John Boy is live streaming. Oh, Bregman rips it to left. That's a foul ball. Bregman fouls it off. Danik says, tight strike zone today. Or Dane K. I am sorry. I thought I saw Danik. Bregman lifts it to right. He's under it, though. And he's got it. Matthew Gilliam, Fried versus Musgrove, game 2. That'll be a good matchup. Good matchup there, Fried and Musgrove. Musgrove's been pitching pretty well lately. But here we go. Not Pena. Diaz is up. Fouls it off the foot. David, they're not playing it on any of the radio stations out there? Man, that's a bummer. Skubal comes set. Oof. Big fastball rides right through that strike zone, right past the bat. Man, oh man. That was a 98 heater. Oh, they said it was 99 on the broadcast. Man. Man, a 91 mile an hour changeup. Oof. Man, oh man. You can see Skubal. He's been working a little harder here in this inning. He's up to 50 pitches now. He's thrown almost 20 pitches in this inning. So another foul ball. Skubal is bringing the gas. 99 up and away. He fouls it off. Up and away again. Throws to the first. Alvarez makes it back in time. League says, being a Cubs fan, I haven't really seen Skubal, but man, he's electric. Would be nice to have a guy like that. You're telling me. You're telling me. Man, I miss having an ace of the staff like that. Oof. Skubal is pumping gas right now. 99 just inside. We got a 2-2 count. Man, seeing Skubal here for the Tigers, man, brings me back to when the Red Sox had Beckett, Pedro, Schilling. Change up on the inside, fouls it off. We got a good at-bat here. Diaz really making Skubal work. And hey, give a lot of credit to Diaz. He's had himself a good year. Diaz is a tough at-bat. We go 2-2 count here. Bottom of the fourth. Here comes the pitch. Another changeup missing down. Full count. Diaz giving Skubal a lot of problems right now. The Astros fans starting to wake up here. Trying to get something cooking here. And there's a slider. Misses on the outside. Diaz with a great at-bat. Draws the walk. Man, oh man, Skubal running into some adversity here for the first time tonight. Or today, where it's not nighttime. My goodness, it feels like nighttime already. It's not even 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. Here we go, mound visit. Looking to give Skubal a bit of a breather. That was a tough at-bat. That was a great at-bat from Diaz. Wow. Skubal tried everything. He was attacking him with 99. He was throwing sliders. He was going change-ups. He couldn't get anything against Diaz in that at-bat. Not sunny in Philadelphia today. Oh, man. Look at this guy in the stands doing the robot. Man, oh, man. Look at this guy with the space helmet. I love it. Here we go. Jeremy Pena. He's up here. Remember Jeremy Pena? Big postseason a couple of years ago. I feel like we heard so much about Jeremy Pena a couple of years ago. And ever since then, I feel like you haven't heard anything about him. Not a great year at the plate this year. Only hit .211. Just above a 700 OPS. But great defense at shortstop yet again. It was a nice pitch. A nice changeup on the inside corner. Oof, great pitch from Skubal there. Man, oh man. .98 up and in. Pena fouls it off. Jacob Toon, how we doing? Pena was overrated his rookie year. He's never been good. I mean, listen, he was good in that postseason. I mean, come on, the numbers don't lie. He was playing well. He's a very sure-handed shortstop. I will give him that. He's very good defensively out there. And honestly, teams, they love that. Teams value run prevention. I mean, obviously, they value the offense, of course, but teams are valuing run prevention so much these days. Ooh, nice change up there from Skubal, down and in. And Pena heading back to the bench. Big strikeout there for Skubal. Now we got 2 outs. That was a very nice changeup from Skubal. My goodness. The one thing that you can like here with Skubal is even though he is definitely throwing a lot of pitches here this inning, he is still just going at it. He is showing good velocity, good stuff. 97-mile-an-hour heater right down the pipe. And Caratini just swings right through it. Jacob Toon says his changeup is nasty. Nasty changeup. Skubal is so good, man. Here comes the 60th pitch. Another swing and a miss. Big fastball yet again. He is just giving it everything right now. Man, fastball is looking electric. Here we go. 0-2 count. Caratini trying to make something happen. Here's the pitch. 100 miles an hour in. Misses for a ball. Backs off Caratini from the plate just a little bit. Caratini just trying to make something happen. Here we go. 1-2 count. Skubal comes set. They're set up away. Changeup. He did not check his swing. Skubal is pumped up, walking off the mound. Skubal with a massive strikeout. That was Skubal's toughest inning up to this point. He worked his butt off that inning. Man, massive strikeout there for Skubal. Bat Boy Alive says Skubal is the GOAT. Man. Now Skubal, he's going to have to go out there next inning, and he racked up the pitches there. Now Skubal, taking a look, he's up to 62 pitches, heavy on the changeups and the fastballs. He started working in that sinker a little bit more this inning, and in the end, I mean Skubal, he is still on a good track right now. 62 pitches through 4 innings. Turn Z 66. Skubal is him. Man, oh man, he's looking good. The game plan, though, he's got to get a quick 5th inning, in my opinion. Threw a lot of pitches there. What was that? He had 33 coming into the inning. He threw 29 pitches that inning. What do we got? On pace for 90 pitches in 6 innings. So if they would like him to go 7, maybe 8 innings, he's going to need a quick one in the 5th. Brian35 says, Skubal is not joking. He is not joking. He is not playing around. He wants to take your lunch money and eat your lunch in front of you. Turn Z66. Tigers bullpen has been good too. I mean, here's how I describe the Tigers. I almost don't even look at the fact that they have a rotation and a bullpen. I just think they have a pitching staff. I mean, they're kind of going to guys in many different situations here. And honestly, at this point, I mean, besides Skubal and I guess you could say Olsen, it almost seems like it doesn't really even matter who starts the game because they've been going with a lot of openers. You know, they've been pretty creative when it comes to handling the pitching staff. But here we go. We are back. Framber Valdez. Hey, the one positive there about that inning wasn't just the Astros working up the pitch count against Skubal, but they gave Valdez a good break there. So Valdez got a chance to catch his breath, but it doesn't really matter all that much because Riley Green shoots a base hit up to right. And the Tigers got something cooking here. Or no, sorry, not Riley Green. Justin Henry Malloy. I apologize. Riley Green is up now. Here's Riley Green trying to make something happen here. Riley Green, man, had a great season. Tigers, they had a lot of these younger guys stepping up in the second half, a lot of guys turning their seasons around, but Riley Green has been a pretty consistent bat all year. Very good season for him. Jacob Toon, who is this Malloy guy? I saw he had a 900 OPS during the regular season on a graphic. Yeah, Malloy, he had some good moments here with the Tigers. I mean, not a whole, like a lot of action this year. He had 202 ABs, but overall, he had a 657 OPS, 8 home runs this year. When you're looking at the splits with him, he was very good against lefties this year. 893 OPS. Kai 13, look at the win probability. Do they show it here on StatCast? Right now, they're giving the Tigers an 86% chance to win. But listen, I think you can throw win probability out the window. Did you see how many times it changed yesterday with the Mets and the Braves? What a game that was. One of the best games I've ever watched in my entire life. But Riley Green trying to make something happen here. Ooh, big strikeout there for Valdez. Nice slider that came back into the zone. You know, Valdez, man, lefty. That's always tough. Oh, and here we go. They're coming to get Valdez here. They're not going to let him finish the inning. They're only going to have him go 4 1/3. They're getting Neris from the bullpen to face Ibanez. Valdez does not seem happy about coming out. Is he not happy about how he pitched? Not happy about coming out of the game? Maybe a bit of both. Valdez looked like he started maybe getting it together a little bit. You know, he had the tough second inning, but I don't know. I feel like you could have let him finish that inning there. Win-win, Colt Keith incoming? Maybe. Definitely would be a good moment. Well, Ibanez this year, if we take a look here, Ibanez on the splits hit lefties very well. Had an 802 OPS against lefties, hitting 292 against righties. Only a 407 OPS overall. And here we go. Colt Keith, just like you said. Colt Keith coming up. Yeah, win-win, you said here. I mean, Valdez didn't even hit 80 pitches, so I can see how he's frustrated. Of course. I mean, when you're when you're a starter and you're coming out without even getting at least 5 innings, I mean, yeah. That would cheese me off a little bit too. I think it's probably a little bit of both. He probably felt like he had settled back down. Obviously wasn't happy with how that second inning went, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah, they're showing the replay here. He was just leaving so much over the plate. He had a couple of good-looking pitches today, but just wasn't the same looking Valdez. But here comes Hector Neris. All right. Hector Neris on the mound now for the Tigers, Chicago Cubs legend. Colt Keith trying to make something happen here. But I can understand taking Valdez out because Ibanez, like we just talked about a second ago, hits lefties very well. So it was probably a good time to take him out. But you can also see the argument too. I just miss the days where, your ace, you're keeping him in the game. You're trying to get 7 innings out of your ace. Especially in the postseason. I miss those times. And I'll be honest, I think Major League Baseball, they are trying to get back to that. I think they talked about, there were some rumors not too long ago that Major League Baseball, they're trying to, what is it again? They're trying to have an innings minimum for starters. Yeah, it looked a little funky. I mean, there's definitely some weird stuff about it, but I can understand why they would want their starters to, stay in the game. Like starting pitchers these days, they don't seem to have that same aura. I mean, like when you watch Skubal here today, that's what you want to see. I think Major League Baseball is trying to get back to that. Ooh, Nerese got the call there. Changeup on the outside. It was a good changeup. It looked like it missed, though. The Tigers got something cooking here. They got runners on first and second. You got Wenceel Perez up. He's already gotten a hit today. Everyone, we're at 85 likes. We got 300 people. Can you help me get to 100 likes? I will love you forever. Yeah, Jacob Toon, I agree. The starter inning limit would never work. Too many components. Yeah. Wenceel Perez under it, pops it up. Caratini, nope. Or not Diaz, sorry. Why did I just say Caratini? Logan says that was a fastball away, not a changeup. Looked like a really? Looked like a changeup. I'm blind. Fouls it off. That's some good movement on that splitter. Oof. Nasty splitter there from Nerese. Man. Big strikeout. Jonathan B. Robbie, if the Yankees don't re-sign Soto, what do you see being their backup plan? I don't think Torres Verdugo will come back either way. Yeah. I wonder if maybe they try to go for another position. Maybe try to look to bring in someone like Bregman. I mean, there will be some other outfielders out there. Could they make a run at someone like a Tyler O'Neill? Corey Walker, Cedric Mullins, good for a base hit. I don't know. Has been a little better as of late. But, man, I don't know. Nerese comes set here. 0-2 count. Trying to sit down Torkelson here. Ooh, Torkelson, hard hit ball, but that's a foul. Man, that splitter is really moving here for Neris, man. It's a nasty splitter. Love me a splitter, man. I'm so glad that pitch has made a comeback over the last couple of years. Oof. Big strikeout there with Torkelson, man. Neris sticking with the splitty, man. Oof. Man, oh man. Man, besides that second inning for the Tigers, it's been just a lot of good pitching here. Man, oh man. League Tigers missed a few meatballs there. Can't let that happen. Yeah, he left a couple over the plate. But man, he had a couple of good ones out of the zone too. Man, oh man. Alrighty, we reached 100 likes. Thank you for that, everyone. Thank you for that. Jacob Toon, Robbie, do you think Torque will ever hit his potential? I don't know. I mean, they seem to figure something out a little bit, but it does. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like, you know, when we had Torkelson coming in through the draft, you were seeing people comparing him to Mike Trout. They were literally putting their swings side by side. I still remember that. You know, people were saying this was a for sure 40 to 50 home run guy. And I don't know. The issues he seems to have the most, it seems to be more so mechanical. The one thing the Tigers were trying to have him work on in the minor leagues this year was not being so stiff, right? The lower body, I mean, you can even just watch him. He just didn't really look loose. He looks, in my opinion, watching him here today compared to watching him in the beginning of the year, he does seem a little bit more loose at the plate. But still, there's still like that stiffness, that rigidness to him, you know, that rigidity. So, what do we got here? Jonathan B., when he had that stretch in July and shut down my Yankees, thought he was legit and somehow blew up ever since the Marlins on July 31st. Yes. Oh, you're talking about Taj. Okay. Right? Is that who you're talking about? No, that's not who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. But let's see what Skubal looks like here. Had a long fourth inning. Oh, okay, John, you were talking about Taj. Okay. Oh. That fastball was perfectly placed on the inside corner. Goodness gracious, man. You can just tell Skubal, he's in such a zone. Even though he was battling that last inning, everything still looked great with him. Everything. Pops it up. Torkelson's there. He gives chase. Torkelson had to run that one down, but he got it. And there's the first out. Supreme Panda 27. Is Brandon Hyde an Astros fan or a Tigers fan? Because I am actually curious about that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I hope he's an Orioles fan. There's a liner out to right center. Nope. Meadows is there. And Myers lines out. Altuve's up, back at the top of the order yet again. Altuve swinging at the first pitch. Change up on the outside. And he sits under it. And there's the third out. Wow. I'm surprised Altuve was aggressive there. Man. I mean, what are they doing? He threw basically like no pitches this inning. I mean, where is Skubal? He's at 67 pitches. How many pitches was he at coming into the inning again? He was at 62? I think, wasn't it 62? Did he just had a 5-pitch inning there after working that hard? What, like, I don't get that. Like, what are the Astros doing there? I mean, at this point, run up that pitch count. I get it, man. You're starting to get later into the game, but I mean, a 5-pitch inning? Orioles and Royals game 1 just about to start, I believe. We'll be bouncing back and forth here. But Kansas City and the Orioles will be getting it going here, I believe, in, what is it, 30 minutes? I think what time do they start? They start at 4:30? I know they start in 3 minutes. Oh, wow, okay. But here are the lineups here today while we're on the commercial break. For the Royals today, starting lineup, you got Massey leading off at second base. You got Bobby Witt at short, batting second. Pasquantino playing today. He is back. He is DHing today, batting third. You got Salvador Perez catching today in the cleanup spot. Got Yuli Gurriel at first, batting fifth. Melendez in left, batting sixth. Tommy Pham in right, batting seventh. Kyle Isbell in center, batting eighth. And Makeout Garcia at third, batting ninth on the mound today for the Kansas City Royals. We got Cole Ragans today. I'm excited about that. I am very excited to see what Cole Ragans can do in the postseason. And for the Orioles today, starting lineup, we got Gunnar Henderson leading off at short, Westberg at second, batting second, Santander in right, batting third, Mountcastle in the cleanup spot, playing first, Rushman at DH, batting fifth, Kowser in left, batting sixth, Urias playing third, batting seventh, Mullins in center, batting eighth, and McCann at catcher, batting ninth. So interesting. Rushman, they have Rushman today DHing, while McCann is at catcher. So I think they're trying to let Rushman see that. To me, unless I'm missing something, that tells me that Rushman, they want him to really try and focus on the bat today. But a great pitching matchup between Baltimore and Kansas City. Corbin Burns against Cole Ragans. But here we go on the mound for the Astros. Got another pitching change here. We got Brian King, lefty on the mound, 28 games this year. ERA at 2.39, 26 and a third innings pitched. And he gets the first out. Pop up to Alex Bregman. There's a base hit. Jake Rogers is on. And the Tigers still trying to add on some more here. My goodness, what a mustache for Jake Rogers. My goodness. And Trey Sweeney is coming up here. Fastball on the inside. Oof, nice slider there. ton of movement. Swings right through it. Got a 1-1 count. Trey Sweeney with a single earlier in the game today. Contributing in that second inning. Oof. Throws another slider, but this one caught the inside corner. My goodness. Ton of movement on that slider here. He went back to the slider. Nothing on that one. 2-2 count. Oof. Big fastball. Looked like Sweeney held up. Yes, he did. Got a full count here to Sweeney. Sweeney trying to make something happen here. Ooh, it looked like the bat might have gone through the zone. But King comes set. He comes back at him again. Fastball in the outside corner. King strikes out Sweeney. And there's the second out. And Espada comes out, making a pitching change. And in comes Ronel Blanco. A guy that's had plenty of experience in the bullpen in the past, used mostly as a starter this year. But Blanco is coming in. I think the Astros would like for Blanco to try and pitch a good amount here in this one to close it out possibly today. All right, we're on a commercial break. Pitching change. Ronel Blanco coming into the game through the no-hitter earlier in the year. Odd Villain is here. How you doing, my friend? He says, let's go Tigers. But everyone, thank you for stopping by today. We've been consistently right around 300 people for this. And, hey, that's pretty solid to me. I guess a couple of the bigger channels out there today are going live. I know a lot of people are flocking towards those. But, hey, thank you for stopping by, everyone. Do appreciate you being here. And, but, yeah, I think we're going to be going live here for quite a few games. I would like to at least go live for at least a game per day during this postseason. Last year, I tried doing post-game stuff, but felt like that just wasn't hitting as much. But I like that we can all come in here and hang out and just watch the games here together. So I appreciate you stopping by here today. Yeah, Odd Villain, man. We're doing good, my friend. We're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Just B. Drake, thoughts on the Guardians? I mean, listen, I mean, when it comes to the Guardians, man, love the bullpen. The offense, I'm fine on the offense. You got J-Ram, right? You got Naylor there, right? I mean, you had a couple of guys stepping up in the month of September here. Manzardo hit pretty well in the month of September. Lane Thomas finally came alive after being quiet after that trade. Stephen Kwan obviously at the top of the lineup. So yeah, I think the Guardians offense, I just wonder about the full lineup, right? I think the bottom of that lineup, it's not, you would like to have a little bit better at the bottom of the order. And with Manzardo, Thomas, yes, they came alive in September. Can they keep it going here in October? But the starting pitching, I really worry about with the Guardians personally. If they can get it to that bullpen is nasty. We'll see. Odd Villain, Robbie, PR deadlift today, 505 with the Kabuki bar. Oh, man. Oh, using the Kabuki bar. That's how I know you lift, because you just said the Kabuki bar. I love that. We got, what do I got today? After this, I'm going to be going to the, I got squats today. All right. Squat day. Perfect. I've been sitting on my hiney for the last couple hours here. My hips are going to be nice and stiff. Should be a fun squat session today. But yeah, Odd Villain, man. Good for you. Ooh. 505. That is a crispy deadlift, my friend. Ronel Blanco coming in here, throwing some strikes. Or actually, throwing his first strike, I mean. I'm talking about lifting over here, and I'm getting all distracted. But Ronel Blanco, 3-1 count here. Got 2 outs. Oof. Big swing and a miss there. Matt Vierling trying to make something happen here. Ronel Blanco fell behind, but he's come back at him with a couple of strikes. We got a full count here. Runner on first. Ronel Blanco trying to shut him down. Oh, big fastball up and in, 94. Big swing and a miss from Matt Vierling, and Ronel Blanco comes in and shuts it down. Alberto Solis, they took Framber out early. Yeah, they had Ibanez coming up, and Ibanez hits lefties pretty well. He's going to be seeing him for another at-bat, so I think they really just wanted to limit that damage as much as possible. So, yeah, Framber Valdez got the hook early. Flacco, how you doing? Y'all think Skubal will get more time? I mean, yeah, Skubal just had an incredibly quick inning. He had a 29-pitch fifth inning. No, a 29-pitch fourth inning, and then he had a 5-pitch fifth inning. Like, that blows my mind, man. When you throw, when you can get a guy to throw that many pitches, and then you come back at him again the next inning, and you just go down in 5 pitches. Like, it's like, keep working him. Like, what are we doing? You had Altuve swinging at one that was just way out of the zone on the pop-up. And it's like, what are we doing? Odd Villain, what is my SBD total? The last time I competed was 2017. I competed in USAPL Nationals. What did I do? I did a 529 squat. I did a 315 bench. And what was my deadlift? 562. And that was in that was a USAPL meet. And USAPL, they're pretty strict with the calls. So, yeah. That's my best. So what is that? 1404, I believe. Odd Villain, if you think that's juicy, man, I mean, my goodness, there are a lot more stronger guys, man. I'm basically middle of the pack when it comes to numbers like that. Oh my God, there are so many strong guys out there. It is ridiculous. How we doing? Yeah, Odd Villain, yeah, USAPL, man. Now they got Powerlifting for America out there. That's another one that is now the branch if you want to go compete at Worlds. You have to go in through Powerlifting for America. USAPL now is its own thing. Here we go. No more powerlifting. We're talking baseball. Skubal back on the mound. And after a 5-pitch inning, Skubal is looking for another quick inning. I mean, you would like to try and get as many innings as you can out of Skubal here today. I mean, like I said earlier, it's basically Skubal and everyone else. So, I mean, if you go games 2 and 3 and you got the rest of your pitching staff to utilize for those 2 games, not a bad game plan if you ask me. Samsaric Shrucking, awesome stream. Definitely do more of these. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. We did these a few years ago, back in 2021. We had some pretty good turnout for those streams. I still remember... I think what game was I remember the Cardinals-Dodgers stream. That got a lot of people in there. That was a fun one. Kyle Tucker lifts it. Not very hard, though. He comes out. He's under it. Trey Sweeney. 1 down. Odd Villain. I don't know how I feel about the Mets today. Peralta is a butcher against us. I mean, listen, I love what the Mets have been doing, but Brewers are going to be tough no matter how you slice it. That's a tough team to go up against in the wild card round. Corey Walker says, you are now my baseball analyst. I will be coming to you for my picks. Listen, I did pick the Astros in this series, but I mean, hey, it's only game 1. You can never sleep on the Astros. Remember, didn't the Twins jump out to a 1-0 lead last year? And then I think the Astros won the next 3. So, It's not over till it's over with Houston. We've seen that for the last 7 years. Brian35 says the Mets are going to... I don't think the Mets are going to win today. Man. Skubal pitch on the lower inside corner. Gets the strike. 1-2 count here to Yordan Alvarez. Oh. Corey Walker, yes. Just individual stats, not team play. I hope my predictions do well. I need to do well with some predictions. My goodness. I'm not good at predictions. All right, Yordan 2-2 counts. Skubal trying to sit him down. Oh, what a nasty pitch there on the outside corner. Good grief. Man, oh man. That was a nasty pitch. Whew. He just caught the outside corner of that. He just froze Alvarez. That was nasty. Did you see the tail on that came back in? Skubal is locked in, man. Are we on our way to seeing a legendary postseason from another starter? Wow. I mean, when you're getting pitches like that and you're freezing guys like Yordan Alvarez, I don't care how bad that knee is feeling. When you freeze a guy like that this late into the game, something is working. Man. I love a good outside pitch like that. I love that. That's like that's why I loved Greg Maddux. I loved the two-seamers that would come back in and catch the strike zone, or it would just come back in on the lefties and freeze them. Oh, love that. And it would catch the outside corner or catch the outside corner for the lefties, and it would come in, back in on the righties. Ugh, nasty. And Bregman's up, 2-2 count. Skubal, 100 miles an hour, just missing the outside corner. He wanted that one. Skubal's locked in, man. Man. Skubal wanted to walk off that mound so badly right there. Oh, he really wanted that. Oh, no. Wait, what just happened here? Oh, no. Looks like there could be an injury with Skubal. The athletic trainer came out to the mound. No? Nothing? Well, I don't know what is happening here. He looks fine. Maybe he cramped a little bit? I don't know what just happened there. Didn't look like he grabbed at anything. My guess is maybe he had a bit of a cramp. I don't know. I'm just guessing. All right. Seems to be fine. All right, here we go. Full count. Bregman fouls it off. But Skubal is up. On my screen, he's up to 83 pitches. Big fastball. I mean, hey, 98 miles an hour, so it looks like he's fine. That was a little iffy. I'm curious. I'm sure we're going to hear something after the game about that one. But here we go. Full count to Bregman. 2 outs. Bregman lifts it to left. That's off the wall. But they got it back in real quick. Bregman staying at first. Well, I don't know what happened with Skubal there. We had the athletic trainer came out to the mound. And all of a sudden, he left a pitch up. We haven't seen Skubal really leave anything up like that. So it makes me wonder, is something not right with Skubal here? I'm not sure what to think. Now the Astros fans are starting to wake up. They're starting to make some noise here. Big swing and a miss there. Man, oh man, big swing and a miss. Yainer Diaz trying to make something happen. Had himself a great year. Hit just under 300 on the year. Bottom of the sixth here, 2 outs, 0-1 count. Bregman on first. Fastball down the pipe, fouls it off, 98 miles an hour. So the velocity is not a question right now with Skubal. Here we go, 0-2 count. Bottom of the sixth, 2 outs. Yainer Diaz trying to make something happen off of Skubal. Big swing and a miss, 99 miles an hour, up and away. Skubal pumps his fist. Strikes out Yainer Diaz. And Skubal looks like there are no issues whatsoever. Man, what an outing for Skubal today. He has looked fantastic. Let's see here. Where are we at with Mr. Scoobs? He's at 88 pitches right now. He's leaned heavily on that changeup today, along with the fastball. He's throwing more changeups than fastballs today, keeping the Astros hitters very off balance here today. He's mixing in some sinkers, throwing a couple of sliders along the way. But what a performance here from Skubal. He's at 88 pitches. I mean, right now, you got Yainer Diaz. I mean, that's the middle of the order. My guess is they're going to have him go back out there for the 7th inning with Pena, Caratini, and Dubon coming up here. I think you're going to see Skubal out for the 7th unless something happened there. But I don't know. I'll say it one more time. I'm curious to see if there was something that maybe tightened up on him a little bit. I don't know, because the athletic trainer came out to the mound. But if everything is okay, I expect Skubal to be coming back out for the 7th inning at 88 pitches. Win-win. Skubal's at 90 plus. Oh, that's right. Yeah, win-win. Yeah, he threw a couple of those injury delay pitches too. I think they go to the bullpen here. Not like it's been a weakness. I would say, though, I could see them going to the bullpen. I think you want to try and just get as many innings as you can, That's, again, that might be the old school in me. I'm always a guy that I want to get as many innings out of the starter as I can. If he's feeling all right, you got to expect Skubal, if they are thinking about a pitching change, you got to think he is going to be voicing his case in the dugout to stay out there. With how he's been pitching, man. Yeah, sure, Bregman, that was the best. Honestly, that might have been the hardest hit ball off of him today. Actually, we can go take a look here. Okay, no, I take that back. Yordan Alvarez actually mashed one. It was 115 miles an hour. But Bregman, that was one of the couple of hard hit balls off of him today. Bregman was at 99. Yordan was at 114. Other than that, though, they haven't really gotten a whole lot of good contact against Skubal here today. Yeah. So I think that I would imagine you probably got to stick with him for another inning. I don't know. Maybe that's the old school in me a little bit, but we'll see. We will see. But here we go. Ronel Blanco out for... That's not the right game. Out for the top of the 7th here. The Tigers trying to scratch and claw any bit of insurance they can across the board. But they're going to have a tough task here with Blanco, who does have experience coming out of the bullpen. Might seem a little weird because you're thinking, oh, Ronel Blanco, he's been a starter this year. But no, he's been a reliever in the past. So he's used to coming out of that bullpen. Win-win. You say Skubal is going to ask to stay in the game until the bottom of the ninth. I think Hinch is just going to be safe. Basically the only starter in this series. I mean, yeah, you make a good point there. We'll see. I think there's a case for both. So, for me, though, the guy that used to play MVP baseball 2005, the greatest baseball game ever made, I used to try and go complete games with the starters all the time. We'll see. Oh, nice pitch there from Blanco. Slider just in. He did check his swing, though. Leak, how long do you think Blanco goes? He definitely can eat these innings. I would imagine with them being down here, I would imagine Houston would like for him to stay in for the rest of this game. Ground ball on to first. Caratini's got it. Steps on the bag. There's the first out. Quiet game here for Kerry Carpenter today. Oh, sorry, because he just pinch hit. I forgot. Kerry Carpenter did not start today. That's why I'm thinking it's a quiet, because I haven't even heard his name today. Goodness gracious. Riley Green up. 0 for 3 with a strikeout so far. Good year for Riley Green. Oh, there's a chopper. Another chopper to Caratini. Caratini busy out there at first base. Flacco, when is Valdez back? You mean when is his next start? I don't know. Got some empty seats there in Houston, man. Did I just see a lot of empty seats in Houston? What's going on? I know people are working. That's another thing, too. I will say this. Like, why aren't these games on at night? You know? I just feel like a day game like this, it's the first wild card game. You know, why do we got a game on at 2:30 in the afternoon? I mean, my guess, you see some empty seats because people got to work. People are at school. You know? I don't know, man. I feel like you should have had this one on, I don't know, maybe 5 o'clock. I don't know. Here we go. Colt Keith is up. Change up from Blanco. Win-Win says the hottest team in baseball versus the face of modern baseball, and it starts at 2. God. D-Max, UPS man, Monday Night Football. Is today Monday? No, today's Tuesday. Monday Night Football. Are you saying Monday Night Football is why they didn't have games on? Well, they do have a game on tonight, 8:30. Cash and 8, all 3 of these games are at 1:30. Well, no, you had this one at 2:30. Or are those tomorrow? What games are on at 1:30? Kai 13, packed house in Baltimore. Ooh. Got to put that one on soon. How's that going here? I know we got the Tigers Astros on right now, but when it comes to the Royals and the Orioles, we're in the bottom of the second here. So far, so good for both. Reagans and Burns look like they're off to a good start here. And Colt Keith draws the walk. Tigers got some action on the base paths. Everyone, we're almost at 150 likes. If you can help us get to 150, I will love you forever. Flacco, next start for Framber Valdez. I mean, at this point, the Astros got to win this series. If they do win this series, then I would imagine probably game 2 or 3 in the division round. Probably game 3. Well, how many days off? So you would have game tomorrow. Game 3 would be Thursday. Day off on Friday. So yeah, it'd probably be game 2, I would think. Also, Reagans, when is he back in? The same thing for Reagans, right? Who he's pitching today. So if the Royals can advance, he'll probably be game 2, game 3, I would think. He loops it. That's dropping in, and the Tigers got another base runner. Wenceel Perez drops it in. There's that good base running again from the Tigers. What did I say? What did I say? I mean, listen, I did the video not too long ago. The one thing I mentioned, the Tigers base running. This is good base running. You're being aggressive on the base paths. I mean, let's see. It looks like they're going to challenge the call, but if he's safe, man, what a base running play if he is safe. Goodness, that is some aggressiveness right there. It's these little things the Tigers have been doing. He's safe. The Tigers are fantastic when it comes to this, man. Very good at swiping bags. 90% aviation. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Yeah, Hugo, you're right. They should have had the game at 7 because at 5, people are barely getting out of work, getting home to shower, then the traffic. Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know. I'm even surprised you're able to draw this many people to the game. I mean, goodness, like 2:30 in the afternoon. I mean, unless, a lot of these people, they got the day off today. I mean, you would think, man, you want to try and fill these stadiums, man. I don't know. I know a lot of it comes down to, the TV programming, right? They gotta run on their own schedules too. But I would think. I mean, I know a lot of things go into play when it comes to all that, ratings and whatnot, advertisements, But I don't know. I don't see how this game, especially with how many people seem to get attracted to the Astros, whether or not they love them or hate them. You would think you would want the Astros on at some point a little bit later, And then obviously for the people in Houston, I mean, William, as they say, don't let the Tigers get hot, but they love to smoke it on the base paths. In the video I did, I mentioned, base running is a very underrated part of the game. It's something you tend not to think about too much, right? You think about the bats, you think about the pitching, right? It's those little things that matter, that can really change the outcome of a game. The inches, they go so far. All right, Renaud Blanco up against Torkelson here. They got runners at second and third. The Tigers once again threatening their first real threat since early in the game here when they put up a 3 spot. Ooh, Renaud Blanco catching the outside corner, 89-mile-an-hour slider. Got a 2-1 count here to Torkelson. You would love for Torkelson to come through in a big way. After the year that he's had, oh man, that's a nasty changeup that dropped back in. But man, you got to think, if he took a hack at that, and I feel like that one, you could have really taken that out. Torkelson works the walk, though, and the Tigers got the bases loaded. Man, oh man. They're going to stick with him. They are trying to not have to go to that bullpen. Caleb Ferguson is warming up here. That's a pop-up foul. Bregman gives chase. Not going to happen. Parker Meadows trying to make something happen here. He's had a productive game. Had a base hit. Scored a run. Oof, nice changeup from Blanco. Meadows unable to check his swing. You got an 0-2 count here from Blanco. And he is one strike away from getting out of this jam. Big fastball up and in, 95 miles an hour. Ronel Blanco pumps the fist, striking out Parker Meadows. And the Astros are out of the jam. League saying, just another thing, no going the Astros way. Definitely want a Blanco to ride it out, but we'll have to use another 2 bullpen arms probably. I mean, Ronel Blanco here, how many pitches is he at? He is at 35. It depends on kind of what route they want to go here. I feel like you could still stick with him. Now the question is Skubal coming back out? They are taking Skubal out of the game. Will Vest is coming in. Will Vest had himself a good year. Will Vest on the year. Actually, let's go to Fangraphs, shall we? I like looking at the FIPS. Yeah, Will Vest, solid year in the bullpen. ERA and a FIP pretty much identical. Over 69 games, 70 innings. He was an absolute workhorse in that bullpen this year. Good strikeout to walk ratio. Guy that's going to get a ton of ground balls. He's not really going to give up a home run. A 0.38 home run per 9 for Will Vest on the year. So, I know the postseason is always crazy, but probably shouldn't count on Will Vest giving up any big flies in this one. Everyone, we are 8 likes away from 150. 8 likes away from 150. If you can help us get there, that'll be awesome. What do we got here? Pena is so bad. His defense is not good. He's great value, Carlos Correa. You know, when we're looking at Jeremy Pena, you know, when you look at the year he had, hit 266, 308 on the on base, 394 slugging, 15 homers. He had a league average WRC plus. You know, defensively, yeah, he was not as good as he was the last couple of years, but I'd say Pena, he's a solid piece of this team. You know, he was right around a 3 Fangraph wins above replacement. He had 15 homers. He had 20 stolen bases. You know, yeah, nothing crazy by any means, but I think he's a solid player for the Astros, right? You'd like to see more out of him if you can. Leak, you're saying here, I feel like the route for Blanco is to stay, is in the Astros, to have a long inning but not put up a crooked number. Yeah, we'll see. All right, Will Vest on the mound. Oof. 97 right out of the gate on the outside corner. Will Vest, man, like I said, look for this guy. He's going to get some ground balls for you. He's not going to really, strike out a ton of guys, but he's got some pretty good stuff as well. Actually, we can go pull up here Will Vest. Let's pull up the StatCast. My guess is a lot of weak contact as well. Yeah, it doesn't give up. He was above average when it came to the exit velocity. Doesn't give up really any barrels at all. So, man, goodness, Will Vest. He just ran that running fastball in the outside corner for the strikeout. Holy cow. Whew. That was nasty. Strikeout to Pena. So I think you were on to something there. Get money. He's a great value, Carlos Correa. No. Oh. But here we go. Caratini up. Has a base hit on the day. Man, got some good action on the fastball here today. Vest is looking great. No, foul ball. Foul ball. People are thinking that was a fair ball. Looked like it might have been a little foul. I mean, they had no one covering third at all. He had all the room in the world. But yeah, that's a foul ball. That's a foul ball. It is starting to rain here, ladies and gentlemen. Here in Florida, we're getting those afternoon showers lately. Will Vest, another strikeout with an electric fastball. That one was right down the pipe, right at the knees. But, man, he is freezing these guys. William, Tigers pictures when following Kunal have been pretty good lately. I'm not sure. Following who? Odd villain. What else is new? Vest pouring in the fastballs right now. He is attacking the strike zone. Yeah, Tom, I think my stream is behind. I use the Spectrum app on my TV. Ooh, nasty sinker there that went away from Singleton there. My goodness, Singleton is pinch hitting. Vest is looking just... I mean, Skubal looked good, but Vest is looking great too. Vest looks confident out there. He's just moving very fluidly. Looking great. But yeah, Tom, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know why. My stream, I don't know, it tends to be behind. I'm not sure why that is. Every time I do streams, when I've done watch-alongs on games, yeah, I'm always behind. I don't know why. I'll always have people in the chat that are like way ahead of me by like a good amount, like a good 20, 30 seconds. Singleton lifts it in the air, deep center. And Meadows gives not a whole lot of chase, drifts under it. And that's the end of the inning. The Astros once again unable to put up anything. This pitching today is absolutely dominating. Tigers pitching today, man. Skubal and Vest, they are 2 innings away here from locking up game 1. They got the timely hits in the second inning, and that was really all you needed here. I'm sure they would love to put up some more insurance. You can never be too sure with the Houston Astros. Odd Villain says, the game's already over. You're lagging. Pretty much. Well, I don't know. We're not there yet. Like I said, you can never count out the Astros. Brian35, also the Orioles and the Royals are having a great pitching matchup too. Yeah, you got to love that. You got to love what's going on over there. So far, through 3, these guys have just throwing up zeros. Corbin Burns, man, this, in my opinion, when you go back to the offseason, I mean, you look at all the big moves that were made. I mean, this was easily at the top. You know, this was why they brought Corbin Burns to Baltimore for this moment, right? Another thing, too, I'm going to mention this as well. I think for Baltimore, last year, you know, they were a 100-win team or 101 wins, right? And then, you know, remember, they had the whole thing where they got iced, right? They won that division. They had to take that little bit of time off, and then they just ran into that red-hot Rangers team. And, yeah. So I wonder if for the Orioles, playing in this round, in the wild card round, is going to end up being better for them. All right? But having Burns and then Eflin going game 2, you know, they're going to have to, if they can make it past this round, they're going to have to figure out what to do against the Yankees in the first couple of games there. You know, their hope is to definitely, I mean, they would like to try and win this one in 2 games, but, you know, really, because, you know, losing Grayson Rodriguez for the Orioles was tough. Definitely tough. So, but, you know, hey, Albert Suarez, he's been pretty underrated this year. I would imagine he would get the game 1 start. Kramer probably goes 2. Man, oh, man. Blanco still on the mound here for the Astros. Chas McCormick, he is in the game. Swings right through it. Jake Rogers, nothing doing. Big strikeout for Blanco. I mean, hey, this is a big performance here for Blanco today. Coming in here, just trying to help out this Astros pitching staff as much as possible. Not having to burn through so many relievers. And this is the bright side of the Astros with the pitching staff, right? It's, you got so many starters that can come in. And Blanco, that was one thing that you knew you could count on with him, was a guy that has bullpen experience. So, this is big. Yeah, high games daily, still a close game. Yep. You said earlier, the thing about the Astros, they like pressure. I won't count them out. Yeah, I'll never count the Astros out. They've been to 7 straight ALCSs. There's no way you count them out, right? No matter what their team might look like, you know. And hey, and you know, you had to go up against Skubal today. That's no one's been able to do really anything against Skubal this year, you know. So let's see what the Astros do game 2 and 3. Ronel Blanco, another big strikeout. Getting Sweeney to strike out. Blanco having a great performance here today. His 4th strikeout on the day. Blanco going for another strikeout, just missing the outside corner with that slider. But Matt Vierling trying to make something happen here. Fouls it to the right side, stays alive. VGN, how you doing, my friend? Hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Ooh, he's really trying to get him with that slider on the outside corner, but Vierling works the walk, and he's on. Espada making the change. Blanco coming out, and they're going to go to the pen. Caleb Ferguson, Yankee legend, coming into the game. Yeah, VGN, man, we're doing good over here, my friend. We're doing good. We're just hanging out today. It's postseason time. We're just hanging out. Hey, good performance here for Blanco today. 4 strikeouts, 2 innings of work. You know, in the end, yeah, you would have liked him to go to the rest of the game here, but hey, you know, it is what it is. But the good thing is he gave you a couple innings. You didn't have to burn through the pen. So the Astros, most of their pitching staff is still intact for Game 2. Caleb Ferguson, Yankee legend, coming in. Leak. Blanco's performance is definitely one you look back on if the Astros win this series. Being able to throw up zeros and escape bases loaded to protect the bullpen is massive. And yeah, he had a couple of gutsy little moments there. So, hey, give him a lot of credit there. He looked pretty good. Yeah, he ran into some trouble, right? But, you know, stuff was looking pretty good. I didn't know Todd Frazier was in the booth. But I knew Michael Kay and Kirkjim were there. I did not realize Todd Frazier was in the booth. I did not realize that this entire time. Foul territory, man. Foul territory. Any foul territory fans in the chat? Gotta love what they do over there at foul territory. Oh, man. Vierling tried stealing second, trying to stay aggressive on the bases. And that ends the inning. The Astros trying to get something cooking. Yeah, elephant in the room, foul territory fan, VGN, foul territory fan. I love what they do over at foul territory. They do a great job. I'm honestly surprised they don't have more subscribers, to be completely honest. You know, I'll pop into the live streams and whatnot. You know, I like what they do over there at John Boy too. But I mean, come on, foul territory. They do a great job. Leak. Padres versus Tigers is my prediction. Man, that would be cool. Could you imagine, Dylan Cease and Tarik Skubal? Man. Could you imagine 20, or what is it now? 30 years later, Padres Tigers in the World Series, 30-year anniversary. I think the Padres absolutely have a chance to get there. I really do. I think the Padres can definitely make something happen in the National League. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I'm wondering, again, it's kind of one of those things, right? When you think about the last couple of postseasons, you look at those wild card teams, and you're just wondering, man, like, you know, are some of these division winners gonna finally figure out how to get it done, right? The Astros have been fine, but that's pretty much it, right? You know, I'm interested to see what the Phillies do because, you know, the Phillies, they've been that wild card team the last couple of years. And, you know, yeah, they didn't make it last year. They were 1 win away. We all thought the Phillies were going to the World Series last year. It looked done. It looked over. I cannot believe the Diamondbacks still came back and won that. That still kind of blows my mind a little bit. But the Phillies, they've been that wild card team. I am very interested to see how they respond after having a few days off. You know? You saw so many people talk about that last year, and you're not really seeing anyone talk about that this year. There we go. Will Vest back out for the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th here. Astros trying to get something cooking. They got Jason Hayward pinch hitting here. Did pretty well with the Astros. Right? He came over. Let's see what the numbers were. Remember, he was with the Dodgers. Had a great year last year with the Dodgers, and this year they cut ties. He went to Houston. And with Houston this year, 24 games, had a 473 slugging, a 104 WRC plus, 4 home runs overall. So he was definitely productive. 97 from Vest. Hayward fouls it off. Will Vest is looking very impressive to me. Brandon Prudencio rooting for the Tigers. I'm a Yankees fan. I do not want to face them. At this point, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to go up against Skubal. Big swing and a miss from Hayward. Will Vest. He just keeps on pumping the stuff, man. Man, oh man. You got to love what this guy is doing. I mean, Skubal was great, but he is looking fantastic here today. I mean, everything is just coming out of the hand effortlessly. You have to love what he's doing. I mean, you can look at the way Skubal, the way he looks on the mound, you know, just looks very fluid out there. You know, Will Vest looking just very fluid out there. 0-2 count here. Will Vest once again getting ahead. Leak, yes. Also, Josh Hader is warming up in the bullpen for the Astros. Leak, you say here, Hader feels precautionary if the Astros somehow can put up 3. Otherwise, I'm sure the guy that just came in to finish the 8th pitches the 9th. Oh, another strikeout from Vest. Altuve takes a seat. And Vest, I mean, my goodness, they're actually taking him out. I mean, come on. I think you got. I know he's going up against Tucker, but I mean, at this point, I don't know. I mean, all right, okay. You know, Holton. Yeah, I like me some Holton. I do like Holton. You know, lefty-lefty matchup. I'm just saying. I mean, Vest looked great. Hold on just 1 second here, everyone. 1 second. 1 second. We are back. We are back. Alrighty. 330 people here in the chat. Looks like people are coming in to see the end of game 1. Oh, man. We're getting to crunch time here in Houston. Holton coming in, going up against Kyle Tucker. But this is going to get interesting. Skubal with a great performance today. Vest came in after him, and he was dynamite. They're looking to keep this going. Let's see if Holton can close this out. Get Tucker out. Man, I made my coffee earlier. I didn't even finish half of it. Jonathan B. I'm very happy the Twins did not make the postseason. They can't win. Good thing the Tigers are in to prove something. Yeah, man. Tigers, coming into the year, I had the Tigers winning the division. You know, so I saw a lot of potential with the Tigers this year. They just, I don't know. They just didn't show up in the first half. I think if they played, you know, even anything but close to what they were doing in the second half, I think they would have won the division. They were just so bad in the first half. They couldn't get anything going. Tom, been away for a few decades, and now when I see baseball, it kills me that the drag pictures, they drag pictures when things are going okay. I think you're saying you're taking out pictures when they, you feel like they don't need to be taken out. Yeah. Tyler Holton, ground ball on to first. And he gets through Tucker. No issues whatsoever. The Astros are down to their last 3 outs. My goodness, the Tigers are just putting up zeros left and right. But yeah, Tom, man, I think Major League Baseball, I think they see a bit of an issue there, right? I think they're trying to make pitching more exciting now. It almost just feels like you're kind of putting together a puzzle these days, right? Instead of just having your guy, the ace of your staff. I honestly think they're trying to make the ace of the staff more significant these days, right? You know, how long ago when we would see the great pitching matchups, right? Pedro Clemens, Randy Johnson going up against John Smoltz or Greg Maddux, right? You would see Curt Schilling, Roger Clemens, Game 7 of the World Series. Like, people looked at that. They looked at it almost like they looked at the two pitchers going up against each other like it was a heavyweight fight. It doesn't feel like that. Last week, we had Garrett Cole and Corbin Burns going up against each other. I saw not one thing about that. I'm like, do people realize like how good of a pitching matchup this is? I don't know. People don't care about the pitching matchups anymore. And I think that's because of the way Major League Baseball has trended. Because pitching, it doesn't feel, everyone knows it's important, but it doesn't feel as significant anymore just because the way you handle bullpens now seems to just have more weight than actually just going to your ace and having him, pitch you a gem. Right. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, obviously, bullpen management and whatnot. But I think people, I don't know, they're just so out of tune, because it doesn't feel anymore like you lean so heavily on the ace. I miss that. I miss those days. That was fun. But I do think baseball, I think they are trying to do something about that. I think they recognize that. That's one thing with Major League Baseball. If they feel like something, like the game moving too slow, right? They wanted to get the pitch clock in there, They find a way to try to resolve it. Yeah, Josh Hader's in. I guess they thought, hey, game's close. Let's keep him in there, or let's get him in there. 96 miles an hour up in the zone. Ground ball to Altuve on to first. And Sweeney is... No, that's not Sweeney. That's Carpenter. Sorry. Kerry Carpenter grounding out. Riley Green coming up. He's over 4 with a strikeout today. Yeah, Frodo. That's what makes the Mariners starting pitching so special. Yeah, I agree. You got so many good pitchers there today. Oh, Riley Green. He gets into one. Wait, what? What just happened there? Was that a home run? Where did that one bounce? It looked like it went over the wall. Where did it bounce? Oh, it did. Oh yeah, it bounced kind of in that sort of blind spot over there. Yeah, it looked like a home run right off the bat. You heard me react to it, but it didn't have a lot of velocity on it. But hey, ground rule double for Riley Green. The Tigers got something cooking once again. We got Colt Keith up. Colt Keith hit a little bit better in the second half. Can he get something going here? He's got a couple of walks here today. He's been working the counts well. Got 350 people watching to see the end of this one. Fouls it off. Hader up and in, 97 miles an hour. We're getting a good turnout for this stream here today, everyone. Almost 9,000 views on this stream today. I think that's a sign to keep doing more of the watch-alongs. We might have to come back here tonight for the Braves and the Padres. But I got to go to the gym and do some squats here right after this one's final. We do have the Royals and the Orioles on as of right now. I'll check on that one in just a second during the commercial break. Hader comes set, throws the pitch. Keith fouls it off. Hader's stuff looking very good here. Win-win. Tigers are probably focusing on getting the pitch count up in a situation like this. I agree. I think they're trying to wear him out. There's a ground ball to the right side. Caratini has it. Steps on first. And there's the second out. Riley Green on to third. They move the runner over. A tapper up the middle makes this a 4-0 game. It is so quiet in Houston right now. Wensil Perez up 2 for 4 on the day. A couple of base knocks. Oof, nasty pitch. Slider. Down and away. Perez gives chase. Swings right through it. Oof. Another nice slider from Hader there. Swing and a miss right on top of it. Got a 1-2 count here. Trying to sit down Perez and keep the lead to 3. Hader tried to go with another slider in the dirt. Diaz blocks it. Leak, it was really just that one inning. Astros pitching has actually been good, but you can't win throwing up a 0. They have been pitching well. I mean, even, say what you will about Valdez. He had the rough second inning. He wasn't his best today. I wouldn't say he was terrible by any means. Hader comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball, 97. Perez fouls it off. Hader comes set. 2-2 count. Perez trying to make something happen. Pops it up. Caratini's under it. And there's the third out. And the Astros coming up here in the bottom of the ninth, trying to make something happen here in game one. The Tigers have been shutting them down all day. And the Tigers are 3 outs away from taking a 1-0 lead here in Houston. Here we go. All right, we're in the commercial break. Due up at the bottom of the ninth. I mean, listen, the Astros, they got some bats coming up here. You got Alvarez, you got Bregman, you got Diaz. So the Astros are not done by any means. Let's go over to Baltimore here. We got a pitching duel right now. We got Burns and Ragans. Looks like the Orioles are threatening right now. They got runners on the corners here. Ragans has pitched well today. 4 2/3, 6 Ks. Henderson is up. Runners on the corners. My goodness. Can I actually put this one on real quick? I don't know. We're not going to have a lot of time because we got to see the bottom of the ninth. What channel is the Orioles and the Royals on? Are they on ESPN here today? They're on ESPN. I got to see what's going on here in Baltimore. My TV is so slow. My TV is, I got it back in 2017. I need a new TV. I got a TCL. I need to go to Costco and get a new TV. But the Orioles are threatening here. Gunnar Henderson is up. Runners on the corners. Cole Ragans. He's pitched well here today. Henderson fouls it off. John Todonto, WNBA playoffs are better than these snooze fests. You got a good pitching duel going on here in Baltimore. The crowd is alive here in Baltimore. Lots of orange in the crowd here today. Gunnar Henderson, 2-2 count. Cole Ragans trying to get through this. Ragans gets the strikeout, pumps the fist. Strikes out Gunnar Henderson. Man, oh man, what a pitching duel we got going on here in Baltimore today. All right, back to the Astros and the Tigers. Oh, yeah, I love a good pitching duel, man. Make pitching duels great again. We need those again, man. All right, back to the Tigers and the Astros. Real quick, my TV is incredibly slow. Foley is on the mound. I am sorry, everyone. My TV is moving slow. Oh, was this it? Oh, crap. What happened to the game? I think it was Channel 5. Oh, no. What happened to the game? Oh, I think it was this one. Was it Channel 7? I hate this TV. Why did I change the channel? I shouldn't have done this. Because now it doesn't say the game anymore because it's 5 o'clock now, so it's on to the next. Okay, here we go. I'm back on the game. Jason Foley is on the mound. 1-2 count here. Ooh! Alvarez fouls it off. Looks like it clipped Rogers there. Man, oh man. John Tedendo, you say here you're doing a good job overseeing these games. I'm so happy. I just got my pillows to match the lack of hitting today. Yeah, you definitely have a point there. There's not a whole lot of offense going on. Ooh, Foley, 99 to Alvarez. Alvarez fouls it off. Man. Here we go. Astros trying to get something done. Alvarez lifts it That's a line drive. That's off the wall. Riley Green can't come up with it. Alvarez with the bad knee. He's going to stop at second. Alvarez slowed down there. He wasn't going to take any chances with that knee. Alvarez gets the Astros off to a good start in this inning. A double off of Foley. So yeah, don't expect Alvarez to be flying around the base paths. He basically jogged to second base. He wasn't even, I mean, if that was a faster runner up there, that probably could have been a leadoff triple. And they're taking Alvarez out for a pinch runner. They are not taking any chances with that knee. You got Zach DeZenzo coming in for Jordan. But Jordan got him started the right way. They give him a good ovation on the way out. Here we go. Jason Foley up against Bregman. Foley trying to close this one out here today. Bregman, ground ball. That's a foul. Everyone, we got 346 people here in the chat. If you can help us get to 200 likes, I will love you forever. 200 likes is the goal for today. Here we go. Bregman trying to keep this going here. Foley misses on the outside. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they didn't stick with Holton. You know, you had the lefty-lefty match. Well, I think Alvarez hits lefties well, but I don't know. Foley comes set here. Slider in the dirt. All of a sudden, Houston is awake. Foley looks like he's not feeling too comfy out there. There's a fastball. Bregman hits it up the middle. Sweeney's got it. No throw, though. Bregman will be safe at first. What a great effort from Sweeney. A diving stop. That prevents the runner from scoring. And Foley is having a tough time here. He came in, gave up the double to Alvarez. Bregman put it in play. Sweeney with a great stop. It ends up saving the run. That's a defensive run saved. Pitching coach out to the mound. Calming down Foley here. Okay, Yainer Diaz has had himself a great year. The Astros are cooking here. They've had a tough time all day, and they've come alive here in the ninth inning, trying to get something done against Jason Foley. Yainer Diaz hitting .299 on the year. Been a pretty underrated player this year. The rally caps are on in Houston. People putting on the caps upside down on their heads. Trying to get something going here. Trying to get the Astros alive. Foley comes set. Bottom of the ninth. Runners on the corners. No outs. Foley pours in a sinker at the knees. There's another sinker on the outside corner. Strike two. Got almost 400 people in the chat. That's a high for today. Thank you for stopping by here. Foley comes set. 0-2 count to Diaz. Slider, swing and a miss. Oh, he fouled it. He got a piece or... There's a little bit of confusion on the field. Umpire is saying he got a piece of it. So it's saying it hit the dirt. Oh, are we seeing an Angels White Sox 2005 moment? I mean, you saw the dirt kick up. Yeah, Shing, I'm not sure why the feed, it's always been that way. My feed has always been behind. I use the Spectrum app. It's always been that way. I don't know why. But that was a foul ball, though. Foley, 0-2 count here to Diaz. There's a ground ball, right side. Tries the dive, isn't able to get it. That's through. Runner scores. Astros have their first run of the day. Diaz comes through. And after so much great pitching from the Tigers today, Foley comes in, gives up the double to Alvarez. Bregman gets on. 3 straight hits. And the Astros have got it cooking here. Man, oh man. I mean, I don't know. Is it me, or I would have just stuck with Vest? I mean, is that just me? I mean, Vest was looking dominant. None of these guys could hit him. And then you brought in Holton, and I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it's taking guys out for no reason whatsoever. I know Foley's your guy, but it's like, I don't know. That's just my thing. I mean, who am I? I'm not an expert by any means, but I don't like making pitching changes just to make a pitching change. I get matchups and whatnot, but if you got a guy that's on, there's a ground ball. Catcher has it. On to first. What a great play. It does move the runners over, though. Jake Rogers just made a great play. Bobby Wick Jr. makes it 1-0 Kansas City. Bobby Wick Jr. coming through in Baltimore. Bobby Wick Jr. has hit a base hit in Baltimore. What just happened there? Are we good? Oh, okay, we're good. I hit the wrong key on my keyboard. Hold on 1 second, everyone. Man, they're taking Foley out. Bo Brisky is coming in. Man, Foley really did not get this done today. But Bo Brisky is coming in. Let's pull up the numbers here. Let's see. Bo Brisky on the day, or on the year. 46 games, 12 starts for him. Openers. ERA at a 3.59. FIP at the 3.51. 9 strikeouts per 9. Was a little prone to the walks this year. Right around 4 walks per 9. But he kept the home runs in check. A 0.67 home run per 9 rate. But Foley, not a good day for him. Here we go. Caratini is up. Oh, whoops. So the Astros got it cooking here. A base hit can tie the game. Victor Caratini has a base hit on the day. Brisky, first pitch of ball. Ooh, nice changeup there from Brisky. And this crowd is alive for the first time all day. Everyone, we are almost at 200 likes. We need 16 more likes to get to 200. If you can help us out, I will love you forever. Ooh, fastball at the knees, 97 miles an hour. Brisky. Stuff is looking good here through the first few pitches. Here we go. 1-2 count here to Caratini. Oh, that's to left, but Green has it. Gets it in quick. Great play from Riley Green out in left. Made the catch and got it in quick. That prevents the runner from getting home. And the Astros are down to their last out. One hit here. One ball that squeaks through will tie the game. We got Chas McCormick up, and Chas McCormick has not had a good year. Very down year for McCormick on the year after a good season last year. Bo Brisky trying to shut this down. Foley came in, wasn't able to really get anything going. But this is the advantage the Tigers have. They got a lot of good arms out there that they can turn to. Chas McCormick trying to get something done here. A 66 OPS plus on the year. A very bad year for McCormick. 99 down and in. McCormick fouls it off. 476 people here in the chat. We need 4 more likes for 200. Everyone, here we go. We're at the end of this one. Can the Astros get it to extra innings or maybe even win it here in the bottom of the 9th? 1-1 count here. Brisky. Fastball in. McCormick fouls it off to the left side. It's pressure time here in Houston. Bottom of the 9th here. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. 1-2 count. Brisky relieving Foley. And my goodness, we got something here in Houston. Chas McCormick, after a terrible year, trying to give the Houston crowd something to cheer about. 100-mile-an-hour fastball down the pipe. McCormick is putting up a battle here. Here we go. 1-2 count. Bottom of the 9th. Brisky trying to send the Tiger fans home happy. There's a changeup in the dirt. 92-mile-an-hour changeup. Rogers blocking it there. 2-2 count now. Bo Brisky. The most important inning of his career so far. 100 miles an hour again from Brisky, and McCormick fouls it off. Why are we got spammers here in the chat? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Moderators, where are you at? Where are you at? Brisky comes set. 2-2 count here. Slider down for a ball. Full count. Bottom of the 9th. The tying runner's on. Winning run at the plate. Astros down to their last strike. Brisky trying to send this one home. I don't even know what I'm saying. Full count here. Tying runners on. We walked him. A sinker low. McCormick is on. Bases are now loaded. Jason Hayward is up. My goodness. What do we got here in the chat? We got 540 people here in the chat. Everyone, thank you for stopping by today. Greatly appreciate that. Said he says too much pressure for the Tigers. I don't know. I mean, they faced all that pressure down the stretch just trying to get here. Can they close it out here in the postseason in crunch time? Bo Brisky. What a name. Can the performance be even better for Mr. Bo Brisky? But Jason Hayward's up. Bases loaded here. Astros have the winning runs on the bases. Tying run at second. Winning run at first. Brisky comes set here. Here we go. Changeup low. Hayward checks the swing. 1-0 count. $633 people in the chat. Everyone, we are seeing a nail biter here. Hayward fouls it back 98 miles an hour. The person behind the screen, I think, just had a heart attack. Hayward, a veteran's veteran. Can he send the Houston crowd home happy? Brisky with the pitch. 90-mile-an-hour changeup low. Like I said earlier, when Brisky came in, he has been prone to the walks this year. 4 walks per 9 on the year. Not a good rate. 2-1 count here. Altuve is up next. Ooh, changeup away. Great movement on the changeup. Hayward swings right through it. If I'm Bo Brisky, I need to get Hayward out here because I'm not going up against Jose Altuve in the postseason with the winning runs on. Bo Brisky comes set. Here's the pitch. Changeup. He catches it. And Torkelson has it. And the Tigers hang on by a thread. And just like that, the Tigers have a 1-0 lead. And they are 1 win away from knocking out a team that's been to the American League Championship Series 7 years in a row. Wow, what a nail biter there in the 9th inning. The Astros, the bats were silent all day. And my goodness, they really put the pressure on there in the 9th inning. But in the end, you got to give all the credit to Tarik Skubal here. What a performance for him today. But honestly, give a ton of credit to Will Vest. I mean, Will Vest looked amazing after Skubal. I mean, how many times have we seen in the past where, a guy has a great start, bullpen comes in, blows it. But nope, Will Vest came in, he kept the momentum going. Holton came in, got that out there. And then Foley came in. Unfortunately, he kind of, he got off on the wrong foot here. But Brisky, while he did also make it, quite the nail biter here, he got the job done. In the end, we just saw what the Tigers pitching staff is capable of. In my opinion, is Tarik Skubal and everyone else. And they performed to their game plan perfectly, in my opinion, today. They got the timely hits. The base running was fantastic for the Tigers here today. This is their game plan. This is how they're going to win games. Let's see what they can do in game 2. You're not going to have the luxury of Tarik Skubal. Unfortunately, you can't pitch that man every day like Cy Young back in the day. So they're going to have to rely on the next guys up. I would imagine Reese Olson is going to get the start tomorrow, but we have seen, how many guys here can step up for the Tigers. So it'll be an interesting one tomorrow. We will see here. But everyone, thank you for coming out today. We had a great crowd here today. We really got a lot of you guys that came in the end. I think we got up to 700 people in the end. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. So far, my prediction of the Tigers over the Astros It's so far so good. Listen, I might have something here. But everyone, if you haven't seen my predictions, go check those out right now. They were posted this morning. They're probably all going to be wrong, but go check them out if you haven't already. But everyone, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to the gym. I need to go get my squats in. I need to get these hips moving a little bit. I might be back for the Braves and the Padres. That starts in a few hours, so I got to get moving here. I might be back for it. We'll see. But everyone, thank you for stopping by here today. Had a fun time here watching the game with all of you. Go take a break. Go watch the Royals and the Orioles. As of right now, Bobby Witt Jr., he came through in a big way off of Corbin Burns. Cole Reagans is pitching a beauty here today. Got a great pitching duel. Go watch the end of that one. The Royals, man, I was telling all of you, if between these two teams, I really do wonder if you could see the American League champion out of one of these two teams. The Royals got the pitching, and we've already seen the timely hitting here today with Baltimore, so we'll see how this goes, but go watch this one, everyone. I'm out of here, and I might be back in a few hours, so turn on the notifications if you have not already, and if you are new, subscribe if you have not already, and if you can on the way out, hit that like button for me. Everyone, I will talk to you next time.